What's up everyone, welcome back to Ford Adventures. It's Han once again, and in today's episode we will be replacing my failing HVAC unit. How do you know if you have a failing unit? Is when you do a cold start and your defroster blinks for 20 seconds or more, which is right here. You have a amber or yellow LED that will blink here. This basically means that the memory is failing or has failed within this unit. Behind these three dials is a PCB board with the memory and connectors. This will happen every time you start the vehicle with the failing unit in place, and you will not encounter this on a working unit because it's been tested from the factory. Now, I've had this issue for about a year or more, and the reason I know this is an issue is that the service technician gave me the heads up during one of my visits a while back, and I was probably hoping I'll get it fixed by them for some extra cash. In the next clip, I'll show you a cold start of the issue being discussed. During the 20-second boot up, the HVAC will check the max and min range for several things before temporarily storing it into memory, such as your duct position, your mixture, and your fan intensity. You'll also hear the two actuators on both sides. So there's one on the passenger and driver side. You'll actually hear the motors run. It'll just flop back and forth. You can hear it. So after it does its check, these controls will be available for you to use, but during those 20 seconds you cannot actually change these. It won't work at all. Let's do a quick example here and pretend that the Jeep is actually on, and we want to set the fan speed to max, temperature to max heat, and the blower to the ground. So technically this configuration should be stored in memory or in the non-volatile memory, depending what it uses, meaning that the configuration will not be erased after power is removed. But in this case, with the bad memory and the Jeep is technically on, we're still pretending that the Jeep is on. Once the Jeep is turned off, the configuration will be erased, or it can't write to the bad memory. Hence, when the Jeep starts up, it can't retrieve the saved configuration and defaults back to the 20-second boot sequence before it actually knows what these settings are, meaning, you know, the max speed and the hot temperature and the blower to the ground. So hopefully that makes a little sense of what I'm trying to describe here. So before you replace your HVAC unit, please ensure that you can access each step on the dials to determine if you don't have any other underlying issues with the actuator motors, the vent speeds, and temperature. In my case, I've already tested each setting, and I'll be replacing the unit. So over here I have the new unit from my 2013 Jeep Wrangler. This cost me just under 200 Canadian with tax, and I'll leave the product number down in the descriptions for those who have a 2013 Jeep Wrangler, or you can quickly just jot this down right here: P55-41688I. Now the product number will vary amongst the years, so please check the Mopar site with your VIN number for the correct product number. So with that said, let's get going with the install and replace this unit. In my case, since I have an aftermarket stereo, it will be easier for me to get to the HVAC unit. All I have to do is just remove this central dash unit and everything will pop out. But for those who have stock, you'll have to move your cluster dial dash here, which is the held in by a few screws after you remove this panel. So once you remove this panel, unscrew, I think it's 4 screws, then you can remove your dash panel here, and then you can actually get to all the rest from this side. Alright guys, having a little issue trying to remove the 12 volt. So I'm just gonna remove it from here. As you can see, there is 4 screws right here. There's one here, one here, one here, and down here that's holding the HVAC unit itself here. So I'm just gonna remove this straight from here and then just put everything back together. Alright, there you go. There is the old one. So this is the old 2013. You can see it says 0201 2013, and now I'm replacing it with the 0324 2021. Alright, let's just pop this back in. Everything should just snap back in place. All right, let's so it should do the initial 20-second boot up since it's a new unit. See. Max speed, so this is the coldest. Turn on the heat. I'm getting slowly. I just gotta let the car warm up a little bit. Let's see, so front. Yep, I'm getting a look. Yep. Getting air on the ground. This should work. Defroster is working. That is working. Yep, both sides are hot. All the vents are blowing. I say that is a success. Now that I've tested that it's working, I have the fan speed set to medium. It's already set to hot, and the blower to the front. Technically, if I power up the Jeep, this shouldn't blink. There you go. It stopped blinking, and it remembered all the settings from the previous startup. So it's working. I'm still getting heat, so it's thumbs up. Alright guys, that's a wrap for the video. All I have to do is just put my stereo back into place. I just need to look for the clip now that it's dropped down somewhere, and I gotta just dig around. But yeah, that's it. The replacement was pretty quick and easy. The only issue I had was just trying to remove the 12 volt connector, which I didn't remove. And but yeah, all right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.